Hey everyone, Jengar here. So today I've got a premium review for you on the Ki-87, the crown jewel I guess of this patch. Premium plane 6.0 in RB in the Japanese tree. Let's check this plane out, let's see what its strengths are, let's check its weaknesses, and let's see if this thing is worth your money. I'll see you in the match. Hey guys, so here we are in the match. We have been climbing, of course, with full web. One of the great things about this plane, it does have unlimited web. This thing does not overheat right now. Get the 30mm plus the 20mm on a bomber and they will usually be vaporized. This is very nice. The 30s and the 20mm are not counted separately. And when the 20s run out, they run out first, and you'll be left with about 100 rounds of 30mm. And the thing is, 30mm are in the wings. So after you have that, you can only shoot up close. 20mm are pretty close to the fuselage, so that's pretty nice. So you don't want to trust the stat card on this one. The climb rate is pretty nice when you're full webbing. I think the stat card is made without having the full web in mind, which you can do pretty much the whole match without overheating. This is crazy sauce. We've got a Spitfire here after we shut down the bomber. And we get a crit there on the tail section, particularly the rudder. The Ki-87 should be flown a little bit like the Thunderbolt P-47s. It is fantastic at higher altitudes and at high speeds, and it does get into trouble at lower altitudes though. The performance of Spitfires, the Mark 22s and the Mark 24s, and particular Bearcats are better below 5,000 meters than this plane, and they'll give you a handful. You definitely need that altitude advantage. We've got a Spitfire coming in here. Going for a head-on. Take the right lead above the plane and we shoot him down. Our third kill in this match. This could have been a wonderful match. There are a lot of allies and a lot of enemies to kill, but I did not manage to get another kill, unfortunately. Let's jump into the next match and more details on the plane. I'll see you in the next one. So here again we reached an acceptable altitude and we are approaching two bombers that are coming head on the way you want it. Those 30mm do have a high drop off, so you want to make sure that you get enough lead on these bombers. This is all going underneath the plane and we only get a hit in, unfortunately. That should have been a kill, to be honest. But we already got hit by the 50 cals from the B-17 and the Sterling is now worsening the problem. Of course, bombers always very lethal these days. Could need quite a few passes, so it's always a risk. Got a hit there on the right wing. We shoot off a flap, but it is not going to cripple the plane. We need to keep on him. The other flap falls off. He critted my engine though here, which you can obviously see. But we want this kill, to be honest. This guy needs to die. That's our kill. We worked hard for it. Another hit. There we go, finally. Now obviously we are going in for a landing as this match has hardly begun, but we are already mortally wounded. So let's try to get this plane into the airfield and get back up. I'll see you at the next target. Hey guys, we're back. Our team has been decimated. We are following this F7, F3 here with our dive speed. Now there's a Spitfire behind us, but I'm pretty sure we can reach this F7F and start to extend from the Spitfire. The dive speed of this plane is fantastic. It can go up to 870 without any problems, and with that you can also catch jets, although of course if the jets play it right, jets are difficult opponents. But here we go, 830 full web. You don't have to worry about the web. Come on, get in. Yes, that's nice. And let's see if we can extend from the Spitfire. Yes. Pick up some speed, 700. The energy retention on this plane is fantastic. It has good acceleration. It really is a good plane. It's fantastic, like I said, on the higher altitudes, but on the lower altitudes it yeah, well, it faces problems. It faces planes like the Bearcat Spitfires, which are just very, very strong there. And this plane is definitely competitive and good, but it is not overpowered or something we have seen in the past when they introduced new premiums. This plane is very good, but it is on par with those planes in my opinion. I fought them on higher altitudes and on lower altitudes, and I can say that once you get into a dogfight, you don't want to get into a dogfight, but if you do, you are pretty much helpless. So there's definitely weaknesses for these planes to work on if they want to get you. Also, if they come from a dive from higher up, they can keep up with you in dive speed, in sustained dive, especially Bearcats. But we are now down to our 30mm. As you see, we have 100 rounds left. This is more or less only the 30mm that are left. And we're gonna have to make that work. Now here you see the straight line energy retention. We're keeping our speed and we are trying to get some more altitude right now. Because this plane fares the best with altitude against the Spitfires who are left in this match. We're gonna have some problems. Here's another Spitfire coming in. If you think it takes an experienced pilot and a patient pilot, this plane. If you think you're gonna go in between 3000 and 5000 meters and beat everybody, club everything, then you're in for a rude awakening, because this plane has its strengths and it can be good, but it definitely takes a little bit of practice, because these 30mm shoot a little differently than, for example, the 50 cals on a P-47 Thunderbolt. And it also has its weaknesses, which are quite distinct, and it has very tough competition at this battle rating. For a realistic battle, it sits at a 6.0 battle rating. And well, that is good, but you do face jets on a regular basis. Of course, you have the R2Y2 spam on your team as well. Those planes are quite popular, and you often get into matches with 4 R2Y2s, which often get a lot of kills because those planes are insanely good, which only leaves you with a couple of opponents with the rest of the props. And that gives matches with only a few kills often. So it's a tough plane to perform with as well, because of also outside reasons that had nothing to do with the performance of this plane at all. Just the way this battle rating sets it up. Let's see what we're gonna do. If we are going for a head-on on this Spitfire or not. There is another Spitfire down there. He's diving down underneath, and we are just gonna extend away from him a little bit, get a little bit of altitude, but not too much. Otherwise he might just helicopter up at us if we lose too much speed. But the plane picks up its speed again. We're at 3,500 meters. We have over 500 kilometers of speed, and we are going in a little bit of boom and zooming on the Spitfire here. As it loops over, the plane is pretty stable, although at higher speed it does have some control stiffening, which can be problematic in adjustments for the final approach, the final aiming on a target as you boom on a target. Zooming out is pretty good. It has a lot of engine power, especially with the web. It has a powerful web which you can use, like I said, the whole match, because there is no engine overheating on this plane, at least not as far as I noticed, and I have used that web extensively. We're going for Raymond here, or not. He turns away too much. The other Spitfire turns over us and we take it into the vertical. There's 3 Spitfires below us. And that is tough competition, especially at this battle rating. We are actually a little bit in trouble here because their climb speed is much better than ours at this altitude. And we are going for the head-on against Raymond here. And he is going down. We have got a red engine now, but I'm gonna try to see if I can outrun these guys. We get our third kill there. Let's see if we can outrun them, and maybe we can make a landing on a carrier. This thing doesn't have a landing hook, but if you get it slow enough it can land on a carrier. Especially if you still have a few 30mm to fire to slow down. Now I'm outrunning I-Santa, but I am not outrunning the other guy, unfortunately. He had just enough speed to keep up with me. And he was approaching rapidly, so we're gonna go into a little bit of maneuvering here. Let's see if we can get one of these guys in front of our guns. They are of course both much more maneuverable than us, but know the plane a little bit by now, and if they make a mistake we can still get somebody. The Spitfire is making an awfully close pass there. And I guess it's gonna be the end. Yeah, that's it. Unfortunately guys. I'll see you guys in the AB match. Hey guys, so here we are in the arcade match. We have been climbing since the start. Full web, of course. This web, like I said, is a good web. With the web it has a great climb rate. Without it, the climb rate is average, so abuse that web while it still works that way without overheating, which is quite nice. They might adjust that in the future, who knows. We all know Gaijin. We have reached the top. Nobody climbed to this altitude. We're at 4,500 meters and we are looking for our first target. Let's check it out. See Focke-Wulf 190 over there. And let's see if we can get him. See if he's gonna dive or not. Yeah. He is diving actually, he's diving away. We are catching him of course, but let's see, we are not gonna go that low. We've got yeah, we're gonna get some altitude back. Let's see if we can catch some of these guys in the climb. The J7 there is in a dogfight. It crashed actually. Got a B-24 coming in. We got a Spitfire that was shot down. We are diving here, picking up speed. As you see, you can go quite high. And here we go for our first kill on a Spitfire. And the F-82 is coming in here and we shoot him as well as we zoom out of our boom on the Spitfire. And let's get some altitude back. Climb rate is pretty good, we're picking up altitude quite nicely. Gonna take it up into the vertical, turn around and see what there is to see. We've got a bomber. Got a Focke-Wulf 190 there who crashes with our ally. 4 people crashed there at the same time, don't know what happened there. Let's see if we can get this bomber out of the way. He wants to lower our tickets and we don't want that. We already have one airfield less than the enemy team. So the guns are quite nice, I have to say, especially when you get the lead right on the 30s. Well, come on, let's go. Yes, 30mm. No. As you see, the the bomber damage models can take a hit or two. We just almost completely fully unloaded in that bomber and he survived up to the last point where we almost ran out of ammo. I'm surprised about the amount of bombers here. This is not too much, but even in airfield domination matches you still get quite a lot of bombers these days. We got him, that was a good shot. pop pop, and we went out of the way. Our aim was correct there. Short, although the burst may have been, it was on target and it killed him. Quite nice. Very satisfying. So the guns do their damage, that is a fact. The plane is good, but you have to be careful at lower altitudes against the feared opponents, at least the ones that I got to fear in this plane. The Bearcats and Spitfires. On lower altitudes, right? On higher altitudes you can defeat them. And on lower altitudes you can also defeat them, of course. It's still about the pilot. The plane is competitive, it's not bad in that sense. But I've had some frustrating moments. Right, we've got 3 guys above this airfield. And the closest target is that Focke-Wulf 190 there. Also a target that is climbing. And that is approaching our spawn, which is a good way to attack. Let's see if we can get a shot on this guy. We have another 190 there. Wang Long, who's even lower in altitude. Let's see if we can get this guy here. Come on, get the aim right. Nope. No. Oh man. That aim on that target was terrible. Got a Ki-84 who's coming straight for us. We've got nowhere to go. We don't have enough speed, so I guess another head-on. And we got him. Nice. If those guys fly into one of those 30mm shells, it's bye bye, swipe swipe. See you next time. Which is great. Got the A5 there on the way. We've got the original 190 we dove for there on the right, but I decided not to go for him with all those incoming planes. I would like to survive a little bit longer, that's always the aim. We did take a little bit of damage to the engine. We got an oil leak, but nothing major it looks like. I hope one of these allies will land here. But I guess it's too late. We're gonna get real close here to the timer. And looks like we ain't gonna get any more guns on target before the match ends here. Maybe the 410 here. Yes! Right before the timer. And a J2M. Right before the timer as well. And no, we didn't get him, but we did manage to evade. Alright, let's just check the scoreboard. Finally a scoreboard we can check. We've got 41,000 Silver Lions, 7 kills and 5,000 research points for the J1N1. Yeah, so that was a good match. I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now after flying this plane quite extensively, I'll show you quickly my stats in the plane. It is now my Japanese plane with the most kills. Flown almost 40 missions, 39 missions, 64 kills, 23 deaths and a few ground targets. 61.5% win rate. The plane does perform, it is quite nice to fly in, but I can tell you that the plane is not overpowered. It is fine at its battle rating, it's 6.0. It is competitive against its other planes that fly at that level, like the Bearcat, the Spitfires, which you will face most often. You will see your months fill of Bearcats in this plane and you'll become quite tired of them because they are tough opponents for this plane in maneuverability wise, and it can perform very well, this plane, on higher altitudes. It flies a bit like a P-47 Thunderbolt. You need to be patient in this plane and you don't want to get into dogfights. If you keep to that philosophy, then you can definitely perform in the plane. It has some great armaments in 220mm up close to the fuselage and 230s on the wings. Problem is the 20s run out before the 30s, they have more ammo, and your last 100 rounds are from the wings 30s that will need you to be close to the enemy targets to be effective, because they shoot all over the place. But apart from that, the plane has a great acceleration, fantastic energy retention, top speed in the dive is fantastic, cruising speed is fantastic as well, and the performance on high altitude of the engine is fantastic due to this thing, turbo supercharger or whatever. You don't have that advantage though on lower altitudes. Anyway, flown correctly, this plane can be very lethal, and if you like the flying style of a pure boom and zoomer like a Thunderbolt or a Focke-Wulf, then this plane might be your cup of tea. Quite a nice plane. I think in the end it is worth its money if you like the flight style of pure boom and zoomers, because that's how you want to use this plane on higher altitudes and work your way down from there. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Hey, so I hope you enjoyed the video, that you learned something there. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video. You know, those likes really make a difference. Do leave me a comment. You know, I always look forward to the comments every day. And if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. I really love to have you aboard, and don't feel shy to leave me some comments. I always try to respond to them. So again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.